Hi, this is Chris Bond here for Ticket to Ride Worldwide Surfing Adventures and Wavelength Magazine. I'm an ISA Level 2 surf coach and here to take you through this webisode of surf tips to help improve your surfing. Getting out the backline is one of the most tiring things in surfing. Today I'm going to teach you to duck dive and how to get out the back much more easily so you can catch more waves. What they don't tell you when you sign up for your first surf lesson is how hard it's going to be to get to the backline when the waves are bigger. And that's why we want to learn how to duck dive. If you're on a bigger board such as a longboard or minimal, you'll just be pushing up, straight arms, head up to go over the white water. For a bigger wave, you might have to do a turtle roll, which is where you roll over, let the wave go over you, and then roll back or climb back onto your board. If you're on a board that's small enough, however, then you can duck dive. There is a downside to this though. A smaller board's going to be harder to surf. So don't rush onto a smaller board just because you want to be able to duck dive. Wait until you're ready for it. There are two slightly different types of duck dives and two ways of doing it. First type of duck dive is when the wave is barreling and you're really close to it and you duck dive at the last minute as the barrel goes over you. That one's much easier. The second way, and the way that we're doing most of the time, is when you see a big wall of white water coming towards you and you have to go underneath this thing. This is where timing is crucial. You want to push the nose of your board under when the white water is still 2 to 3 meters away from you. Once you've got that nose under, you'll push on the back of the board with either your knee or your foot, both ways work, and flatten your board out as the wave comes over you. You hold your body close to the surfboard whilst under the water, keeping some pressure on the back to make sure that you don't pop up backwards like a duck. Once you've gone through and you can feel there's no more white water around you, that's when you put a little bit of extra pressure on the tail of your board with your knee or foot, and that's going to help pop you up the other side. There are some things they don't usually tell you about duck diving. One of them is that no matter how good you are, you can still get ragdolled underwater. I've often done 1, 2 or even 3 front, back or sideways somersaults underneath the water. Another one is that by using your knee or your shin, you get to do a longer duck dive but not quite as deep. So if it's a big wall of white water, you might choose to do that one. A heavier breaking wave such as a barrel or a lip landing in front of you, that's when you're more likely to use your foot to get deeper under the water. The faster you paddle into the duck dive, the more it's going to help you. And when you're underwater and you're really struggling, you can kick your feet to help project you a little bit further to ensure you come up the other side. Open your eyes if the water's clear and you'll be able to see where the explosions of white water are so that you can try and avoid them and not get dragged back as far. It takes practice, time, perseverance and patience, but you'll nail it eventually and be out the back in no time. Right, now that you know the theory of duck diving, you're going to have to go and practice it. Remember, practice makes perfect. If you have any questions, please write them below or comment. And if you want to see more of our how-to videos, subscribe here. See you out in the water.